Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. Excuse me. My name's Rochelle and I am doing a reading for the collective. Today is the 12/12 portal. Some say this is a very magical day, magical time. So in honor of that, I'm going to do a reading. It's for alignment, expansion, and leaving the old you in spiritual quarantine. So, as always, I'm going to start with a couple angel cards because it's fun. Expansiveness. Yes. I did say that, didn't I? Expansion. This is an especially expansive time, I think. I was just listening to a little astrology thing. Let's see. I think okay, well, actually, I'm not going to remember now all the details because there's several things that are happening in succession. Something just happened on the 10th. Maybe it was that Neptune went direct in Pisces and it's the last degree of Pisces that we're in. And so there's this huge shift over to basically a whole new paradigm, a whole new cycle. Another 14-year cycle is a long cycle. And that's starting in January when it shifts over to Aries. So, and then there's something else that happens in February. Anyway, it's big new energies. We've got contentment, an angel working in the garden. And there's a little butterfly. Contentment within the expansiveness. It's like the more you expand, the more you travel, explore, receive, allow, the more content you become. Okay, so let's see. What are you leaving behind? What is it you're leaving at the door? Let's go with the light seers. What are you leaving behind? What are you leaving at the door? What is not coming with you on this journey of expansion and alignment? Queen of Swords in reverse. Hanged Man in reverse. Pisces. We also have air signs here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Two of Pentacles. Well, there's this very harsh, negative energy here with this Queen of Swords in reverse. So leaving behind the harsh energy. And there could also be potential deception here, pretending to speak the truth, but not. This can also be really like toxic and like it's like not dealing with the emotions and so they come out in inappropriate and toxic ways because that's what happens when you don't deal with your emotions. So there's a lack of emotional balance here. So ultimately, yeah, and then with the Hangman in reverse, there's this impatience, indecision, I don't know, not seeing things clearly, not seeing the new perspective. And so between these two energies, and then we have the Two of Pentacles here, it's like it's like when you have these different energies that aren't aligned, it leaves you in this kind of place of spinning your wheels, moving really fast and not getting anywhere. I feel like you are starting to see a bigger picture, or have been for a while. Everything's kind of coming into focus. And there's temperance. There's an energy of temperance that's coming in, of balance, of just kind of cooling your jets, so that you can, yeah, balance with this Two of Pentacles upright. It's like adeptly juggling the different aspects of yourself, because they're still there. There's still, indecision that comes up regularly, right? Some people are better at making decisions than others, but there are times when we're left feeling out of control, and so that can cause us to lash out and react in inappropriate ways, feeling directionless or not seeing clearly. And it's like it's integrating those parts, and it's bringing this represents fear, that unprocessed fear that has been left unchecked for a long time, maybe. And so by processing the fear, there's an integration. Yeah. Okay. So is that what's being activated? I want to get some cards from the Radical Abundance deck. It's being activated as you move into this whole new territory. Patience. I did say it. Yeah, that energy of patience and balance. Yeah, and the nest with the eggs is balanced on one antler. The bird is balanced on the other. Excuse me. And there's absolutely an energy of contentment here. And patience, oh my God. That is a quality. That is a skill that if you can cultivate it, and learn how to flex that patience muscle, that will serve you. That will serve you very well in the coming times. Fluidity. Knowing when to be still and when to frolic. Being fluid with how you see things, how you choose to show up, what any given situation calls for. It's knowing how to move with the energies. And sometimes you hang out and you wait and you go within and you process and you integrate, and sometimes you let loose and you just go crazy and there's no thinking or processing. You're just in the moment. Experience. Oh, that's right. Okay, so in this card, we have a fish kind of hanging out up here. Fish to me represents finances, specifically money, that kind of thing. And then we have an owl. Owl over here represents wisdom. And then we have the deer. So we've got we have 3 antlered things here. And these kind of represent they represent leadership. Standing tall, standing strong, knowing how to lead the herd, lead the pack, lead the group in a very wise and just way. Because the guy in here, he's also looks quite wise. He's old. He's got his long with Gandalf beard going on. And it's like turning the experience into wisdom. That's where wisdom comes from. You got to go through the things, have the experiences to understand what to lean into, what to lean away from. And so there are finances. There's wisdom coming in. You're going to have financial abundance. You're going to be stepping into some kind of leadership role here, even if that's on a very small scale, even if that's just you like changing how you show up with your family, and lead them in a new way that is beneficial for all. Not that you weren't before, but it's just a new quality of showing up. So let's let's see. I'm trying to say, where might there be resistance? Where might the resistance pop up as you kind of you're in this process of releasing the old, embracing the new. Let me try Heart's Hidden Secrets. Where is resistance hiding? Family, fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. I think resistance within the family. Resistance from your parents, resistance from your kids, resistance from your significant other, whoever you consider family, really. Doesn't have to be biological. Pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. Some kind of stubbornness. What is this? This is the fear I was talking about. This pride, this arrogance. Because arrogance comes from a place of fear. Arrogance is that energy of needing to prove yourself. Needing to show the world that you know everything, you're at the top of your game, always, and there's a very rigid energy to that. But it comes from feeling not good enough. And I talk about this sometimes, the difference between arrogance and confidence. Confidence is not based in fear and needing anyone to validate your existence. Confidence comes from your own personal validation. It could be, too, that you're bumping up against other people's pride and arrogance because you're going through a major shift and people aren't going to understand. They're not going to like it. It's going to be a pretty significant departure from how you show up. And that serves people, how you've been showing up. And so you making that change is not... There are some that are really going to have trouble with this new you. And then we have peace. Balance, harmony, and friendship. See, the question is, where might resistance be hiding? So we have friends and family. So that kind of covers the whole, all the different types of people. I mean, you can have colleagues, but anyway, we're specifically focusing on friends and family here. And there's something about pretending to be at peace versus actually being at peace. I think this partially comes from that feeling of, I'm so tired of having to integrate. I'm so tired of having to process. I just want everything to be normal. And so it's like ignoring the elephant in the room. It's pretending everything is okay. Oh, everything's great. It's like I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I don't know. Ultimately, it's like a false. You want to look out for saying, oh, everything's fine now because you're tired, because you're overwhelmed, because you've just had enough, and calling it. You want to, there's something here about recognizing when you want to give up and kind of doubling down and persevering, even in the face of like overwhelm or feeling unsure. And sometimes, you need to like regroup. Sometimes you have to like kind of backpedal and see a new perspective. But that doesn't mean you stop. That doesn't mean you pretend everything's okay. You want to keep working toward peace. It's like peeling an onion. There are layers to this balance and harmony. Yeah, family and friends, that really is because we are social beings, and that is one of the hardest things to navigate when you are no longer on the same page as somebody. So how can you align more fully with this upgrade? This one? Yeah, this one. Forest Spirits Oracle. Being told no. Okay, not that one. This one. The Oracle of the Shapeshifters. How can you align more fully with this upgrade? Kitsune, I will show you whom to trust. So learning to trust yourself, to trust your own intuition, because that has a lot of information for you about who and what you can trust in your life. So tapping into your intuition, I mean, it's spending time doing what, let's see, meditating, going for a walk, exercising, dancing, spending time with friends, with people that you really trust and feel supported by. Because what that's doing is it's calibrating you. It's calibrating your nervous system and your physiology so that when you feel good around people and you leave the situation and you still feel good, that is an indication that they are safe, that your body is reacting positively. The Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment. 44. Fully committing yourself. Okay, so say, like I was talking about the peace here. Committing yourself to truly coming to a place of inner peace. Peace that is reflected in your outer world. Harmony and balance, going all in, and even when it feels overwhelming, not giving up, committing yourself to whatever. And we have a bunch of fish in here. So doing something, there is something here that is that you're some kind of project, some kind of side hustle, passive stream of income, maybe it's a new job, like whatever this is, it's some way to bring in, to allow the finances to flow. It's like unlocking some secret portal or something. I mean, you know, that's today is the portal. Unlock, it's like somehow working with the energy. It's like gaining access to the code that gets you in. It's intentionally working with the energy. And a beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. You know what you need. You know how to take care of yourself. What makes you feel feel vibrant, comfortable, inspired, nurtured, supported. All of this, it's like you're learning how to give to yourself rather than wanting or waiting for someone else to give you these things. And there's something here too about potentially people trying to tell you how to care for yourself. I think that's very common, actually. You know, you hear commercials that say, ask your trusted, you know, the healthcare practitioner before you blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I mean, yeah, in some cases, of course, you want to go to the experts who know, but you know better than any expert, because it's you. It's your own body. It's your own experience. And it's not going to always be the same as everyone else. And there's always these blanket kind of things, blanket statements, blanket remedies even, that don't work for everyone. And so it's really tuning in to and completely committing to yourself. Not giving your power away. Not it's like this is a reclamation of power for sure. You're learning to trust yourself first and foremost. Yeah. So keep leaning into that. So let's get a higher perspective. A higher perspective from, let's see, how do I say this? Okay, so let's look at the perspective of your higher self, of your future self, the one who has already successfully mastered this energy of this portal and has come out the other side. What kind of message does your higher self or your future self have for you? This one? This one. This is the Gateway of Light activation. Star being healing codes. Important information. Wounds are healed. Recharging. So wherever you feel pain, you feel, and you know, and it can be pain that feels like it's never going to go away. It is through what you are working through leaving things behind that don't serve, moving into this whole new energy, stepping into your greatness. I'm getting, you are going to come, whatever wounds you have are going to be healed as you work with this energy. And you're going to find yourself in a place of recharging, learning how to rest, because that's a great time to integrate all the things. You're getting some kind of important information that's going to help propel you. And then we have Hathor light codes: light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. I did say it. You're taking your power back. Choosing to I was going to say live more in your light. I guess that's right. It's like with this light immersion, it's recognizing that you do have the ability to see things from a new perspective, even though there are times when you feel you don't. And I think that's because of giving your power away, thinking others have a better perspective, because it's like you've learned that you don't have all the answers because someone told you you didn't. You might not have the right answers for them, but you have the right answers for yourself. If you learn to flex that muscle along with that patience muscle, right? So you're going through a full system upgrade. And Venusian Galactic Council, star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. So you're going through all this. As you recharge, you're going to be reclaiming your power and answering some kind of call. So this tells me that you are being primed for your mission, your next mission. This could be tied to your life purpose. There's something here that is pulling you, pushing you, maybe both. It's you listening to your intuition, trusting your intuition, allowing yourself the patience to know when to act and when to hold back because you need more information. And you're being guided, star being guides. You might identify as a star seed. You might be working with some kind of star being. Star being groups. Time to shine. No matter what. Even if you're not into that kind of thing, you are rising up, you are overcoming. And yeah, you're expanding in a major way. And it's bringing you to this place of contentment, which is aligned with that peace. The peace, right? This is actual authentic peace, not just pretending. Okay, so let me finish with a cheeky message from Spirit. Spirit didn't ghost you. You just keep ignoring the messages that don't confirm your bias. There's something here about learning to recognize the message even if you don't like it, or learning how to embrace, to accept. I think this kind of ties to this pride. You want things how you want them to help your ego feel better, but there's something so much bigger and better for you. And it's always beneficial to not get what you want. Because chances are, if you didn't get what you wanted, there's a reason for it. It could have ended up really bad. Or there's something so much better for you. If you had gotten what you wanted, you wouldn't have the space to accept something better or receive. Anyway, You're not behind, you're just on the scenic route. Bonus points for snacks. Yeah. So if this is part of that patience, feeling like you should be somewhere, doing something, feeling some way different than you are. The idea is to stop shoulding on yourself and realizing that wherever you're at is exactly where you're supposed to be. And when it's time to, shift to another experience or another whatever, then you will be ready for that. You're getting into the flow. That's a part of this fluidity. And I think I'm gonna, no, one more. Let me just get one more. You're aligned, not unhinged. It just feels that. Oh, it just feels the same sometimes. You're aligned, not unhinged. So if you've been feeling like you're in the, it's not working, or you're not doing the right thing, or questioning what's going on, feeling like you're out of control, it's all part of it. It's all part of the experience. It's all part of gaining that wisdom. Just keep following that trail. Follow the information. You're getting the important information, and allow yourself to keep expanding. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video.